Hello, Gemini. Welcome, my friends. We're going to do a reading for you today on your past, present, and future energies. I notice I'm trying to stay really calm in all these readings, but at the end of them, I'm like total Cindy. So, okay, Gemini. Past, present, and future energies. Oh, if you want to know why I'm doing zodiac reading, you can go to the beginning of the Aquarius video for this week, because I explained it all at the beginning of the video. So instead of having to do it over and over again, that's all I'm going to say. Oh, and this is a special reading. Whoops, too much falling out here. Special reading because today is my birthday. Well, not today. The day you're watching this is my birthday. So here's a free reading for you, Gemini. Celebrate my birthday. Past, present, and future. So the whole idea too is with the past and the present, it kind of gives you an idea. Oh my gosh, what's going on with everybody? Of, you know, if it's going to resonate for you or not. Oh dear. I feel like it's like things are hard now for people. There's a lot of, it seems like a lot of broken hearts, a lot of working on feeling deceived, deception. Things aren't working. Yeah. At least, you know, in the past and the present, I'm seeing that in some of the readings. And then it gets better in the future, as does yours. You'll know what your cards are in a minute. That's interesting. Oh, look who came to the show. All right, so what I've pulled out so far is energy oracle cards for your past, present, and future, and wild unknown animal spirit oracle decks for past, present, and future. I'm going to show you a little bit here to give you some time to think about it just before I go to the tarot. So you can think about what I show you while I'm doing the tarot cards to kind of bring more information about this. So the past is the fox here with a broken heart. Just off the top, it looks a bit like, well, obviously a broken heart. So something that has broken your heart. This is interesting because the broken heart card sat in exactly the same spot for Taurus that I just did. And I pre-shuffled between your reading and their reading. And then I shuffled on camera here for that card. So it's interesting that it has come out in the same spot for you and Taurus. With the fox here, I feel like it's something that, it's kind of funny. It's a funny message. I feel like it's something that made you, or someone that made you feel really foxy, really sexy. This person really lit it up for you, almost made you glow, but there's a broken heart around it in the past. And then in the present, we have the crow and the community card. That feels, first when the community card came out, I kind of feel like you're trying to distract yourself with your community, with people in the community, with friendship, with different relationships outside of what this was. And with the crow though, I kind of feel like a spiritual community. Like even looking for answers in the spiritual community, perhaps as well. Looking for answers, even your own spirit guides in a way. Like feeling like I can't find the answers three-dimensionally here. Nobody has the answers for me on this one. So going on a bit of a spiritual journey. This is the present. The community card and the crow are the present energies. So the future looks bright. The future, we have the heart chakra and the camel card. So the camel's all about balance. And a lot of times for me, it's about balancing desire and passion and love and feelings and emotions, because it's the fire and the water that the camel really balances here, the hot and the cold. And the fourth chakra, like getting that balance actually opens up your heart chakra. So your heart chakra is going to be opened in the future. Interesting underlying energies. The energy oracle deck is the world. So the energy, the reason for everything you're going through, I want to say, which is what my underlining means when I do a reading. Like, what is this? The basis of all this that you're going through is a massive new cycle, a massive new cycle, a big cycle, like the cycle to end all cycles. And it's opportunity with the world. And there could even be down the road travel. Now the bottom card for here is the bat. Don't even give this little guy a hard time. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Not from Gemini. I certainly don't want to hear it. I have enough Gemini in my chart that I can Gemini YouTube. So no. Let's not go there, because the bat is not the reason for any of humanity's hardship. Neither is any animal on the planet the reason for any hardship that mankind goes through. Not at all. Mankind's the one with the opposable thumbs and the big evolved brain. Okay, so the bat for me is a very protective energy. It is to me a sign when an ancestor is coming through to protect and guide. Look at it, sitting in front of the moonlight. And if you don't believe that, if you still want to be hell-bent on blaming a poor little bat for what's going on with everyone, think about, snake venom. What is the antidote for the poison? But it's actually putting a little bit of that venom into a horse so that the horse's antibodies produce the antivenom, and then you can inject that. So the cure is knowledge, knowing what to do. So upset when people blame animals for their problems. God, really? How many animals has mankind made extinct around the world? Give me that shit. I get so upset at that. It's like, ignorant. Just gonna go all Gemini here. So ignorant. Okay, so think about the cards that have come out. Yes. It's got a card split, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yes, the Emperor and the Empress. This is how I'm feeling right now about that topic. Don't even, okay? Own your own life. Be responsible for what you do. You're a human being. You need to be responsible. And God, love and protect the earth, okay? Stop it, everybody. Just stop it. I'm getting the Emperor and the High Priestess, so. All right, past, present, and future for Gemini. Past, present, and future for Gemini. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How weird. How does that put up your forehead? It's interesting. The underline is the Judgment card. Rebirth here. Remember, I said the world. It's a whole new big cycle here. And I want to say there definitely is ancestral energy protecting you and guiding you on this journey, because it is something big and significant. But boy, interesting cards. So, at the end. The cards that you got for the Fox and the Broken Heart in the past. The Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Really getting a strong message for some of you. This may not have necessarily been romantic. It could have also been something that you did at work that gave you, it fueled your fire. It really made you, it's a part of your identity, whatever it is that you worked on, did. And you juggled a lot. You were able to manage a lot. You were able to teach people a lot of things. You were able to share a a lot of different ideas, collaborate with people. Like, it was a really good energy. It was great. And it did. It really made you feel like all you are. You know, it really did. It made you feel like all you are. It was your truth. Here we go. Your Ace of Swords. It was your truth. It was your truth. You were living your truth. I want to feel like your truth was almost ready to expand to a new level too. And then that stopped. And then it stopped. So let's not dwell too much on the past. Let's look at the future. Let's look at the present. The present was the crow in the community. And I do recall saying that it kind of felt like, you know, reaching out to your community, friends, relatives, whatever, other people. But then when the crow came out, it felt more like spiritually reaching out. Like even perhaps reaching out to your own spirit guides, trying to connect on a more spiritual level in your deeper self. And look what came out. Really strong clarifiers for that. The Eight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Four of Cups. Look at all the self-reflection going on there. Wow, it is, absolutely. You guys are really looking within right now, big time. Eight of Cups, like you're on a journey. You're really on a personal journey of, I want to say, enlightenment, understanding of self. Really, really understanding of self here. It's a really good energy. And you know, I think the bad energy, I think you've actually called it in. I think you've called this in. I really do. I think through what you're doing, whether it's through meditation, through prayer, through visualization, just sitting quietly and reflecting, that in itself is a type of meditation. You know, meditation has been given this, it's kind of like, well, it's just, you have to sit with your legs crossed, and you gotta, you know, put your fingers together. And now it's different for everybody. You know I've talked to my mom. She goes into sort of a meditative thing when she's cleaning the house. It's just like her mind wanders to all sorts of stuff. And, you know, depending on how much you strengthen that practice, no matter how it is you do it, could just be sitting out the window and looking at the birds at a bird feeder that you've set up, right? Like, it just takes your mind away from the day-to-day chores, things I need to do. I need to organize this, I need to send that email, I need to do that, and just allows your mind to move and start reflecting. And you might start thinking about things from the past that didn't work out so good. And then kind of thinking about, well, how would I like things to work out in the future? And sort of projecting ideas and images of what that would be. And the Hermit is guiding, it's like guiding yourself here. It's almost as if your energy was so strong, pulling into yourself, right? Like they're all doing that. You may not have even known that you have called in. Like, it's really this supportive ancestral energy around you. Ooh, opening up. Wow, look at all of these globes in these three cards. I'm just looking around for others. Like the full globe. I know it's a moon behind the bat, but it's just this symbol, this round symbol. And what I'm feeling with that, well, particularly too with these two, with the bat, is kind of like bringing in and lighting up the unknown for you. And you're getting it. You're probably getting it in your intuition, thoughts coming into your head, ideas. It's lighting up the unknown for you. And the Judgment card is the underline of like these tarot cards. So you are creating a rebirth. You are moving yourself into a really big new cycle here. Very energetic cycle. And I think down the road that will play out into the physical. You know, as the energy changes, You have to change the energy before you change the objects that work around the energy. So your future, you know, this is really interesting. I'm going to have to pull clarifiers for these tarot cards in the future for sure. You've got the camel in the 4th chakra, right? It is the balance here, a balance that you achieve in the future that fully opens your heart chakra. Which is amazing because this was your past. Like this is like this is a repaired heart. You're repairing yourself. You're literally repairing yourself with whatever you're doing in the present right now. I want to say like physically repairing your heart, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. I had read scientist, biologist, I don't know who did it. It was a study on the heart. You know when they talk about like a broken heart, and they actually have found that there are little connective lines of tissue or something like that within the muscles of the heart. And when we do suffer something traumatic or something heartbreaking, these little tiny fibers actually break. That they really do. And so when you have that, like your heart is actually affected. There's a reason why you feel heavy there. If you're sad, if you feel like something has broken your heart, there's a physical thing that actually goes on. And scientists have proven now. They always proven what we already know and feel, right? But it just gives it legit. It makes it legit. So you don't act like some crazy crystal wearer, like, oh, yeah, that's true. See, if you can wear the crystals and pull up some scientific evidence too, then you got it all going on. So these are your tarot cards here. So we got the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the Devil. The Devil. The Devil. I just finished going on and on about the Devil with Taurus, and then here you have it with an open chakra. Now I gotta rewrite the book for myself because I don't know. I don't know. The devil is usually something within. Perhaps it's going away. Let's look. The direction of the cards is always very important. The 2 of Wands. Look at this 6 of Swords. Okay, the 2 of Wands is having choices and options and going out into the world to find what you want. The 6 of Swords is going there. So I do want to say moving away from the devil energy. Finally being free from it. Finally freeing yourself from what it was that you felt trapped about. And usually that's yourself. You're making yourself feel trapped, making yourself believe that you can't go. But why are they all looking over there? It's interesting. The 2 of Wands and the 6 of Swords are looking, the future is looking into your present. Oh, isn't that freaky? The future is looking into your present. It's almost like a quantum leap or something. The future is looking into your present. How is the future looking into the present? Through dreams. I'm getting through dreams. Something that you're dreaming about. You're actually dreaming about the future. You don't realize it, but you're dreaming about the future. The future is looking into the present. That's going to bother me for a while. Like, even though I got the message, it's the dreams, Cindy. It's the dreams. So there's something, Gemini, that when you go to sleep, you're dreaming about something. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but it's actually your future looking in on you at the present. We got the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, the Magician, the King of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. Your future is bright. Your future is really, really good. If there's something you've been looking for and waiting for and hoping for, I feel like it comes in and you manifest it. And it's a very, very fun, passionate creative, desirable, magnetic, celebratory energy. So if you're having a good time in your dreams, it's because that's your future looking in on you. All right, I don't want to spend too much time like clarifying your past, because your past is your past. I will clarify what this Ace of Swords is, though. What was this Ace of Swords? Oh, 2 pages. Page of Wands and Page of Cups. You were probably feeling something new here. Something new that was stirring you. Your creative juices, your feelings and your emotions. This was a new thing for you. It was a new truth you're experiencing in the past. But that, you know, is all associated with this broken heart now. It was something that made you feel really great about yourself. I just want to ask about the present, because it really looks like you're doing the right things. This 8 of Cups, the Hermit, and the 4 of Cups. And you know, the dreams too, like some of you, if you are doing deep meditation, you may be getting even like little scenes quickly playing out in your mind, or things happening, or people coming forward in your meditation. And I feel like this is somehow the future coming in. You're seeing that. You're actually be able to actually see and project your future for yourself. Is there anything, I'm going to pull up these cards about, you know, how is the future seen into the past? Because it's not specific on any card on the table. So I want to ask about your Hermit, like just in terms of anything that the Hermit should be focusing on at this time. Even though it feels like it's very self-explanatory with what's there already. Is there anything the Hermit should be focusing on at this time? That's funny. The King of Wands. This King of Wands has been everywhere this week. This guy's getting around. The King of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the King of Wands was part of the cards that came out in the future looking in on your present. With the 10 of Pentacles, keep your eye on the prize is what I want to say with that. Keep your eye on the prize. Because the 10 of Pentacles is, we see there's 2 people here. They've created something together. They live in stability, abundance, happiness. Well, maybe happiness. The 10 of Cups is usually the happiness. But you can have it with the 10 of Pentacles too, if it's a real 10 of Pentacles. If it's been, you know, created properly. And with the King of Wands, it could be a fire sign energy. It could just be, you know, all this passion and desire that you've had in the past that you wanted to create in your life. Claiming it, going for it. The King of Wands goes for stuff, man. No, yeah, the King of Wands goes for stuff. But that King of Wands was one of those cards from your past looking in on your future. What should the Hermit be focusing on in this present moment as you're reflecting and going within? It's the King of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Keep your eye on the prize. I feel like you're manifesting your future. I really do. You're manifesting your future. And you've actually, you know what? You have manifested your future. Because it's looking in on you, which is telling us that it already exists energetically. You just have to let time play out. Wow. Well, look at that. We might as well just stop right there. Whatever it is you want to do anything, it's coming. Okay, we got to ask about the Devil. Interesting. The 10 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Because the future looking into the past. It is the ending. It isn't, oh, you know, you could be harnessing the King of Wands. Like this is an energy that you want to take on. Very creative, very dynamic, very sexy, very, there's so many things for the King of Wands. Very athletic, entrepreneurial, but really in control of their life. You know, really in control of their life. And the Queen of Wands is a much more feminine energy with similar qualities. Not as much control though, because the kings are all about control in the tarot. So perhaps actually having more control over all of this energy that you have within you. The ending of it being like Queen of Wands and one-upping it to the King of Wands. The Lovers is at the bottom. Gemini. Okay, fourth chakra. Is it just the work that you are doing that is opening this up, or is there any outside circumstance regarding this fourth chakra? How is the fourth chakra opening up for Gemini? Wow, this is very interesting. I think you're opening up, and when you do that, something happens here. You're open, which would, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know that any outside source can really open things up for you. You have to do it on your own. And then when you do, your future comes in pretty fast and strong. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, and then the Two of Cups. What I'm really getting with that, so what is opening up this fourth chakra here is really self-nurturing, really nurturing yourself, really looking after yourself, which is what you're doing in your present. The Nine of Swords, yeah, there might be periods of time where you are just thinking about worst case scenarios, things that didn't work out. But then the Seven of Wands, I feel like, pushing past that finally, that overthinking. And with the Four of Cups followed by the Two of Cups, it feels as if releasing any past disappointment, releasing anything that doesn't feel like it worked out, just releasing that. And then in that, then you have the balance. You have the Two of Cups. There's been a couple other signs that had Two of Cups coming out this week so far. I really feel like things are becoming more balanced so that things can be Two of Cups. It can be equal give and take in a relationship, a situation, or in your life, or how you feel, in your own balance here. The bottom is the Nine of Cups. Happiness, wish fulfillment. Whenever I see this, I always imagine the genie coming out of the bottle, the universal genie saying, your wish is my command. What do you want to manifest? You have manifested. I'm really getting that message. That's how the past is looking in on your present, because it exists. It actually exists in this dimension. You've created it, but it's just the time. You have to follow the timeline to get to it. So what is your advice? I want to say just continue doing what you do. Keep your eye on your prize as you're going within and being hermit mode. Looking in on yourself, getting guidance from your spirit guides. And you're protected with that bad energy. I don't care what anybody says. Advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. Aw, I love that card. Oh, the Three of Pentacles. Aw, it's going to come back. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles was from your past. I felt like it was something that you did, that you worked on, that made you really happy. It made you feel great about yourself, and not on an ego level. Like, it made you feel great about yourself because it felt like it allowed you to contribute to others what you had to give, what your talents were, or your intellect, knowledge. Like, it allowed you to give. And that's too, that's definitely part of the broken heart here. But so this Three of Pentacles is the advice here. You can still do this. You are still going to do it. But when you're ready, you have to finish your little journey with the Hermit here to do that. But this is a very uplifting energy. Like, you will be uplifted. Maybe even, maybe you were the one to uplift in the past and now others are uplifting you. Really nice. That's nice. What's at the bottom? Oh, the Three of Swords is at the bottom. It is. It's almost like reminding us of the past here, because the Three of Pentacles and the broken heart were both in the past. So in terms okay. Don't be afraid to look at that. Don't be afraid to look at that as you're doing your hermit energy. Perhaps you keep telling yourself, I should not live in the past, I shouldn't live in the past, I shouldn't. No, you shouldn't live in the past. But you can learn from the past. If you completely block out the past, say, I'm not going to look at it, I'm not going to think about what happened, then you can't learn from it. And it feels like you're in an energy to really learn about yourself and what has worked out and what hasn't up to this point. Oh, there we go. It's tiring. Okay. Thanks, Gemini. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So it's good. Just keep your eye on the prize, because you have manifested what it is you want. It's just literally time is the only thing standing between you and your manifestation at this point. So thank you. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.